Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and I am here today with Friday Reads. The last Friday Reads of May, actually, because today is the last day of May. Let's see how long I can hold that scary face. All right. So, like I said, today is the last day of May, which means it is the last day of middle grade May and Book a Day in May. I have completed Book a Day in May already. I've got 37 books completed, but I'm still hoping to finish at least one more middle grade book for middle grade May, and that is Alexis and the Perfect Recipe, Cupcake Diaries, book number 4. And this is by Coco Simon. This series I've been talking about fairly often recently. She has 2 series I've been reading through. I completed all 5 of the books that are currently out in the other series, which is the Sunday Sisters, Ice Cream Sundays. Anyway, I completed all of those books already, but Cupcake Diaries has several more out. So this one is about Alexis, who is the member of the Cupcake Club who kind of keeps them in line with how much money they have, how much they can afford to spend on their cupcakes, how much they need to charge, etc. Because she is a very logical, math-minded individual, and she figures out that she may have a crush on her friend's big brother. So she is currently attempting to write out a theorem that she can test um, on how to get Matt to pay attention to her and fall for her. Um, so I'm about a quarter of the way into it right now. These read really quickly and they're fairly short, even by middle grade standards. So this one is 137 pages. I think I should be able to finish it by the end of tonight, even though I've decided to go into my classroom and work for a couple hours this afternoon. When I finish that one, I'm going to pick up Aunt Dimity Goes West by Nancy Atherton. This is number 12 in the Aunt Dimity series. I believe Elizabeth from Lizzie Faye Books is the one that put me onto these last year. And every once in a while, I just go through an Aunt Dimity kick and read the next 2 or 3 books. And this is the next one in this series. I can't really tell you much about it because A, it's book number 12. I don't want to spoil anything. And B, I usually read just the first part of the synopsis and then go, you know what? I don't need to know anything more than that. So what I know is that our main character, Lori Shepard, her husband Bill, and their 5-year-old twin boys are going to go on vacation in the Colorado Rockies. And that's all I need to know. Something crazy will happen, and Aunt Dimity will make an appearance, or 5, and we'll all be happy at the end. I have 2 more books that I want to get to sometime in the next week. They are Fablehaven, Rise of the Evening Star by Brandon Mull. This is book 2 in the Fablehaven series. And Sidetracked by Diana Harmon Hasher, which is a book following a boy who is running track and has a lot going on in his life. I really don't know much about this book, but I wanted to read it before I put it in my classroom. So there you have it. I probably won't get a whole bunch of reading done in the next week or so because we have singing school. If you've been around for the last couple of years, you know that singing school is something my church does every year where we invite um, people from across the state and really across a couple of states to come in, and they learn to read music, sing in a choir, the men learn to lead singing, etc. And it's for ages 10 through 18, and then college age can come and help out if they want to. And we house these children in our own homes. So I have 2 girls staying with us starting Sunday night, and I'll have them Sunday through Friday. Their parents will pick them up Friday night at our annual end of camp concert. So that is the thing that is happening. And this is the least amount of girls I've ever had. However, we are still feeding the 4 of us plus our 2 girls, one of whom's dad I went to singing school with. In fact, now that I think of it, I may have gone to singing school with the other one's mom. It's crazy. My friends have kids that are old enough to go to singing school. Mine's almost old enough to go to singing school. It's insane. But anyway, moving on before I feel too old. Um, we're not only feeding them, we are also working with two other families who have students staying with them. So we're all going to be feeding together, and there's going to be about between 12 and 20 of us per night, depending on which teachers and other people come to eat with us as well. So I may or may not have a whole bunch of reading time next week. The week after, I will be going to the city for a professional development. It's a 3-day professional development concert. No, professional development seminar on teaching writing. I don't know why contest and seminar were the same thing in my brain. Don't ask. So I'll probably get the Fablehaven audiobook, and I may put that off until the following week so I can listen to the audiobook on the way to the city. It's a 3-hour drive. Um, we'll see what happens. However, I'm not giving up on middle grade books, even though middle grade May is ending today. So I have another stack of like 8 books. And next week, you will get to see which books I'm going to take with me for my hotel stay, because it's just going to be me in a hotel room from like 5 o'clock until 9 o'clock the next morning. So lots of reading time. I probably won't read. I'll probably watch TV and go swimming. Who am I kidding? But I'm going to take books with me just in case. So stay tuned for that. I'd love to hear what you're reading if you've read any of the books that I mentioned today in the midst of my rambling. Go ahead and come talk to me in the comment section down below, and let's have a conversation. Let's have a little chitty chat. Until then, I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.